First thing I want to present are cognitive distortions. This is like the fundamental of psychotherapy. If you ever have gone to psychotherapy, your therapist may or not have mentioned, oh, this is something, you just got let go from your job, right? You did a great job in this institution, in this venue. Amazing job, you were there for 3 years, but since you got laid off, oh gee, I'm such a failure. I'm really good for nothing. Sometimes we take something bad and we magnify it into something huge. Whereas we have a lot of good qualities, we have a lot of accomplishments. This is a thinking error. And thinking errors, it's like one of the bases of psychotherapy. This is minimizing our positive traits and magnifying our negative traits. Okay? For example, one of my favorites is personalization and blame. We overlook ways that we might be contributing to the problem. One really important cognitive distortion is that you don't always hear about is this thing called negative attribution bias or hostile attribution bias. And what that means is we might interpret somebody else's empathic gesture or benevolent gesture as something very negative because we have had a negative experience in the past that's unresolved. So because of our own trauma, we might perceive someone's good gesture, warm gesture, as something bad. So the whole art of psychotherapy is understanding one's own issues, before we can understand somebody else's. So sitting with an objective listener who can listen to us in an unbiased way is often very, very important. And labeling is another cognitive distortion. Oh my God, I am such a fool, or you are such a fool. Man, why did I do that? I'm such a failure. I'm so good for nothing. You know what? You're a jerk. What if internally we are being triggered by something? So that kind of self-understanding, it helps when you're sitting with an objective listener, with a skilled therapist. Oh man, I should have done this. I should have done this. I could have done this. Sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves. Shoulda, coulda, woulda is kind of a tricky category because on the one hand, some people can see it as a positive. Oh, you are sort of upholding yourself to an ideal. You are trying to be better. So there could be healthy aspects of shoulda, coulda. But a lot of other therapists will say that shoulda, coulda, woulda can also be you're being very critical to yourself. So we're going to be talking more about cognitive distortions, but I wanted to present that because when you go to therapy, if your therapist talks about that, you're not supposed to master it in one session or in 1 year. Cognitive distortions is a lifetime of practice.